Hey, it's Pete. Welcome back to Question Christ. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but the atheists have gotten into the Christmas Billboard spirit. There is an atheist group who's just spent $20,000 to put up a huge billboard as you're entering the Lincoln Tunnel on the New Jersey side, heading into New York. So as you're going in with your family to enjoy the Christmas holidays, to look at the Christmas tree in the Rockefeller Center, go to Radio City, or look at the Christmas lights, there's this huge billboard as you're entering the Lincoln Tunnel to head in, and it says this: "You know it's a myth. Celebrate reason this season." So the Christians are freaking out. You know, they're like, "Oh, it's an attack on Christmas," and the atheists are like, "Finally, I'm so sick of being bombarded by Christians at Christmas time and with Jesus all the time." And I would argue that you're being bombarded with consumerism and Santa Claus, but that's for another video. This whole culture war thing going on, I think we're missing what's most interesting about this billboard. If you look at the billboard again, it says "you know," and the word "know" is huge, right? It's much bigger than the rest of the words. And so it's kind of inferring, the atheist is saying to the Christian, come on, you know this is a myth. Everybody knows this. I know it. Why don't you know it? Why are you stupid? Why can't you figure this out? That is what it's inferring. You know. The question I have is, how does the atheist know? They seem very sure about this. So this brings me back to when anytime a Christian is here on YouTube or in regular life who says, "I know God exists. I know that Jesus is the Son of God." What is the first thing an atheist will say if a Christian says this? They will say, they have a benchmark for that. They say, "Prove it. Show me evidence. Prove it. Lock, stock, and barrel. No wiggle room. Prove this to me." And when, Christians don't, put it in a nice, neat, gift wrap box and it's totally locked down, they say, "Aha, see, you haven't proved anything. So therefore you don't know it to be true." People are going to say now, "Oh, but Pete, don't you know it?" And what I say is, I have faith in what I believe is true. I have faith in it. I can't prove it like atheists want me to prove it. And I know this might be a revelation to some of you, but if you watch some of my videos, you will see I can't prove God. I can't prove that Jesus is who he says he was the way atheists want me to do, with absolute data and everything. I can't do it. I believe there is enough evidence to point in that direction. I believe it's overwhelming. But there's always going to be this gap. There's always going to be this one little step that you can't, or a bigger step, that you can't get to with raw data. It's called faith, and you need it. And if you look at, it's very interesting, if you look in the Gospels, Jesus always says, when he heals anybody, he says to them, "Go, your faith has healed you." That you believed in me. Your faith has healed you. So that's just an interesting side point to this. If we take the atheist benchmark, they cannot prove that they know this. If knowing is proving, they cannot prove anything. So therefore, they don't know this to be fact. They can't prove it is not there. They were not there, 2,000 years ago. They were not there for it. There's more data to say that it is true than it is not true. They cannot prove that God does not exist. They'll say, "Oh, science proves." Science doesn't prove how it all started. Science doesn't prove what started the Big Bang. Who brought that out? Who caused that? And they'll say, "Oh, well, then you don't need any cause. It's just gravity and particles that fly around and it all just happens." They can't prove. Just like we cannot, if you're an honest Christian, you cannot say you can prove totally the existence of God. If atheists are true to themselves, they can't prove their side either. So if you can't prove it, if this is what the atheists say, to know something definitely, you need to prove it. If they can't prove it, then they don't know it. They believe it. And when you believe something, that is an act of faith. So atheists have faith that this is not true. Christians are often criticized by atheists because they say that we're arrogant because we're claiming some exclusive truth without proof. I would ask you, in light of this, what I just talked about, who is being arrogant in claiming exclusive truth, that they positively know something? And how hypocritical is that of the atheist community to do so? Whether you're atheists or pagan or whatever you are, I hope you're having a good holiday season. I hope that you will find the joy of Christmas, the true meaning of Christmas, the truth of Christmas. And I, of course, always welcome your questions and comments. And God bless.